Pain Management After Hip and Knee Replacement. In this video, you will learn about how to manage your pain after surgery and how to reduce pain medications as your pain improves. It is normal for pain to be at its worst right after surgery, but it should decrease over the following days. What to do when you experience pain at home? Non-medication measures. Ice therapy is highly effective for pain management. If you have purchased the cryo machine, please follow the instructions provided by your nurse. For best results, only have a thin layer of cloth or nothing, if able to tolerate the cold, between the sleeve and your skin. Otherwise, you may simply use ice packs in a pillowcase for placement on your incision. Never put ice packs directly on your skin to avoid an ice burn. If you use ice packs, they can only be applied for no more than 20 minutes at a time and require a 20-minute break between ice sessions to avoid skin injury. Alongside ice therapy, you should keep moving as much as you comfortably can every day, but rest when needed. Your physiotherapist will provide you with instructions on how to safely move after your surgery. You can also find these instructions in the exercise guide that we gave you, so follow the exercise guide. Please discuss with your doctor if you choose to use traditional medicines or have cultural practices that help manage your pain to avoid potential contraindications. Medication measures. Acetaminophen, also known as Tylenol. During your hospital stay, you have been receiving acetaminophen or Tylenol for pain control. You will receive written instruction for this. Please continue taking acetaminophen or Tylenol as directed when you go home. Caution: you should avoid alcohol consumption while taking acetaminophen or Tylenol to protect your liver. Several combination cough and cold products may also contain acetaminophen. If you are taking any over-the-counter products, check the ingredients to see if acetaminophen is included. When in doubt, talk with your community pharmacist. Do not take more than 4,000 milligrams of acetaminophen or Tylenol in 24 hours from all sources. If you have liver problems, limit acetaminophen or Tylenol to 2,000 milligrams in 24 hours from all sources. If you have any health conditions that affect your liver, or if you have ever been told to limit or avoid acetaminophen or Tylenol use, please consult with your doctor before taking acetaminophen or Tylenol. Adding anti-inflammatory medications as needed. In addition to the ice therapy, movement, and acetaminophen or Tylenol, your doctor may have given you a prescription for anti-inflammatory medications such as ibuprofen, otherwise known as Advil, naproxen, otherwise known as Aleve, or celecoxib, otherwise known as Celebrex. Please take these as prescribed. If you have a history of stomach, kidney, or heart problems, or if you are on blood thinners, you should avoid these medications. When in doubt, please check with your nurse before discharge. If you require anti-inflammatory medications regularly to manage your post-operative pain for longer than 2 weeks, please follow up with your family doctor. Adding opioid medications as needed. If your pain remains intolerable despite using the ice therapy, movement, acetaminophen or Tylenol, or anti-inflammatory medication if prescribed, you have been given a prescription for an opioid medication such as hydromorphone, oxycodone, Tylenol number 3, or Traumacet. It is important to understand that these medications should only be used as needed only if the previous treatments have not been effective and should not be used as a first option medication for your pain. There are some important things to remember when taking an opioid medication. Always take the medication as directed on the prescription and use it for the shortest possible period of time. Some additional warnings and precautions for you to keep in mind. Opioid medications are useful for pain management, but prolonged usage can lead to dependence. The sooner you can comfortably reduce and discontinue their usage reduces this risk. The risk of overdose with opioid medications is increased if they are taken in higher quantities or more frequently than prescribed or with other sedating medications. Common side effects. Common side effects include itchiness, dizziness, lightheaded, drowsiness, restlessness, headache, nausea, vomiting, low blood pressure, constipation, and difficulty passing urine. If you experience any of these side effects, please follow up with your family doctor or a walk-in clinic doctor. Potential signs and symptoms of opioid medication overdose. Blue or purple fingernails and lips, not responsive to voice or touch, pinpoint-sized pupils, slow heartbeat or low blood pressure, slow, irregular, or stopped breathing, pale or clammy skin. If any of these occur, please call 911. Serious risk or side effect. If taken in excess or in combination with other sedating medications, risk of slow breathing to the point it may stop your breathing. Call 911 if you have concerns about your breathing. Both Tylenol No. 3 and Traumacet contain acetaminophen. Each Tylenol No. 3 tablet contains 300 milligrams of acetaminophen, and Traumacet tablet contains 325 milligrams of acetaminophen. If using these medications, you will need to reduce your dose of acetaminophen or Tylenol, and make sure that you do not exceed a total of 4,000 milligrams of acetaminophen or Tylenol in 24 hours from all sources. If you have any questions, talk with your family doctor or local pharmacist. Reducing medication for pain control. When your pain is better controlled, consider reducing the pain medications in the following steps. Reducing opioid medication. Start by reducing the dosage of opioid medication, but continue taking it at the same intervals. For example, if you were taking 2 milligrams of hydromorphone every 8 hours, then try taking 1 milligram of hydromorphone every 8 hours instead. Continue taking regular acetaminophen or Tylenol and anti-inflammatory medications when you start reducing opioid medication, unless you are advised by your physician to stop. As the pain continues to improve, you can begin to extend the time intervals for your next opioid medication dose. For example, if you were taking 1 milligram of hydromorphone every 8 hours, then try taking 1 milligram of hydromorphone every 12 hours instead. As the pain continues to improve, you can further extend the time interval between doses until the opioid medication is weaned off completely. In the meantime, you will continue taking regular acetaminophen or Tylenol and anti-inflammatories as prescribed, unless otherwise advised. Reducing anti-inflammatory medication. If you are taking anti-inflammatory medications and your pain continues to improve, you can follow similar steps for reducing your anti-inflammatory medications. Decrease your anti-inflammatory medication dosage, but continue at the same interval. Extend the time interval until your next anti-inflammatory medication dose. Further extend the time interval between doses until your anti-inflammatory medication is weaned off completely. In the meantime, you will continue taking regular acetaminophen or Tylenol as directed unless otherwise advised. Reducing acetaminophen, also known as Tylenol. As your pain continues to improve, you can follow similar steps for reducing acetaminophen or Tylenol. It is important to follow these guidelines to properly manage your pain after your surgery and to reduce your pain medication when you are ready to do so. Again, please discuss with your doctor your wish to use traditional medicine or cultural practice to help manage your pain before starting to use them to avoid potential contraindications. Thank you for watching and wish you a speedy recovery.